Hi everybody, I want to thank you for stopping in to my channel. This is a fairly new channel, and it's a channel that I use to talk about current events and things that are happening within our everyday lives and world. Unfortunately, we all know that everything in America is crazy. And right now, nobody knows too much about anything concerning the Obama Affordable Health Care Act. And I'm telling you what, I have tried and tried to get on this government site to find out my options, but I'm not having any luck. And I am curious about you guys out there. What kind of luck are you having? And if you have any horror stories, I know that I have tried to call different numbers that they had posted. On the one, it was on the government site. It was a girl saying that there was 3 ways to apply, and she was writing on a whiteboard with her little Sharpie marker, and she said that you could A, sign up on the website, which we all know that's a no-no. We could sign up in person, but where do we go to sign up in person at? Or we could call this 1-800 number that she gave. I'm not going to give you the number because it didn't work. But you could get the number if you go and check out those videos. So I called the number she gave. That number was a telemarketing number. They were upset because they were receiving these phone calls. They didn't know why they were not hired to do anything for the Health Care Act. She said, ma'am, the only thing that I know to do is to give you the 1-800-555-1212 number, which we all know is an automated national telephone directory. So I called it, and they gave me a number which took me to Texas. This poor gentleman answered the phone. Now, this man is an insurance agent, but he couldn't figure out why they were giving out his number. He said, ma'am, I've been bombarded with these calls. He said, I am so frustrated. He said, I don't even know how to get my own family registered or the care that they're going to need through this new healthcare thing. And he said, I have clients and I have no answers for them. He said, I am very sorry. And I said, sir, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I interrupted you, and I wish you the best of luck. And he said, you too, ma'am. I don't want to give you his name, and I don't want to give you his number because he didn't give me that permission. But none the same, it did happen. So I was even more frustrated. So then I turned back to the White House site and listened to the speech in the, forgive my hair keeps getting in my eyes, in the Rose Garden. Well, he did give a number, and thank heavens this was a working number, and it did put you through to a person. But if you watch that speech, he says that these people will be able to walk us through the process, even help us sign up. That wasn't my experience. My experience was a young man who sounded to be maybe 18 years old, And I explained to him, I'm calling concerning the Affordable Health Care Act. From what I hear, you guys will help us get through this process and yada, yada, yada. This young man proceeded to tell me, ma'am, I can't help you. I'm only sitting here to answer the phones. I said, oh, really? Okay, so what do you want me to do? What do I do here? He says, well, you live in Michigan, so I suggest you call and try to get on Medicaid. Okay, Medicaid, what a joke. So I hung up. Now, the experiences that I've had with Medicaid, my husband is a retired carpenter. He had his own business. And he gets Social Security because he's retired, and he gets Medicare. Now, he himself was able at one time to be on Medicaid to cover the things that Medicare would not cover. They would make up the difference. My husband received a letter stating that because he made $100 over the limit, the poverty limit of the guidelines for Obama's health care, whatnot, that he would have to pay a $900 deductible every month. Every month. Okay, $900. That would give us a total of maybe $200 to live on for a month. Okay, well, we all knew that was a no-go. Well, I did call the FIA office, DHS, whatever you want to call it, and I explained to them that I'm looking on how to get on Medicaid due to the new healthcare laws, and I was instructed to try the Medicaid system. First thing she asked me was my age. Okay, I told her. She says, okay, ma'am, now, how many children do you have? I says, I have no children. Now, what is your income? And I told her. Nope, she said, I'm sorry. You make too much money for the Medicaid system. So I would suggest that you try to sign up for Social Security because of your health care issues, yada, yada, yada. So I thanked her, I hung up, and I called to set up an appointment for SSI for the 5th time. Well, I had a telephone interview this time. The very first thing she asked me, how much money do you make? Not what is your health condition, none of that. Is how much money do you make? So I told her, and just as I suspected, kind of like that commercial where the guy is trying to talk to someone in a different language and he kept getting the same answer over and over. Well, that's exactly my experience. We're sorry, but your husband makes $100 too much. And therefore, we will not even send you an application. And I'm like, ma'am, what do you mean? I said, I have these healthcare issues. I cannot work. I cannot get insurance. She says, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but you'll have to figure it out. And that was that. Now, it's a very laughable system. I've worked for years, okay? And I still minister. I still do weddings and revivals. But you know what? I don't have a fee for that, because I don't believe God called me to preach the gospel and expected me and wanted me to demand these people pay me for it. So they may give me a donation or whatever. That's fine, but I do not require that. And if they don't, they don't. Praise God. But where is this going to leave us, Mr. Obama, in your health care? Are we going to be able to get the voucher? Or are we going to be fined and penalized? Because to be honest, it would be cheaper for my husband and I to pay for your fines. So I'm begging you and I am asking you to get your act in gear. Hire the right people to complete your website, your legacy, so that we all can figure out what's going on. And I know I'm not the only American out here, Mr. President, who is not happy. Our question to you is, are you American? Do you care about the American people? And do you really care about our economy? Or do you care about yourself and the Middle East, and whom you continually send money to? Money that you could use for your broken healthcare system and the economic state of your people. Okay? Thank you for your time. Bye.